Hello all, and welcome back to Feed the Beast, episode 7. This is mordenkaim, and this episode I've got a few updates for us. I've been doing quite a little bit of starting to decorate, and I'll get into that in a little bit, but where we left off, we were getting ready to place, well, we placed the grinder and found out that it was a multi-block structure, so I placed it down there, and once I realized that I needed a multi-block structure, decided to move it up here, so I've got started on that and placed the grinder up here, and ran some piping for what we're going to do this episode. And you'll also notice I'm walking quite a bit faster. I went in the power armor table, and I added this sprint assist, which is really nice combination with the kinetic generator, because it makes you go faster, but you generate faster because you are faster, so it kind of cancels each other out, and it's pretty much for free power-wise. So this is how I have it set up, and it makes me where I walk quite a bit faster. So now I can do this, and it also affects my hover speed. So I hover really fast. So it's pretty handy for that, and so that's been a good addition. So what I want to do first is I want to start by supplying water to the grinder. It needs it in order to run. So I'm going to put an aqueous accumulator down here, and I think that this buildcraft piping will work based on what I'm reading, but I haven't tried it yet. So if it ends up not working, I may have to change it to Liquiducts. But let's go ahead and make that first so we can get it filling up. So I've got what I need for that here, and this will make the servo for the recipe. So let me bring up aqueous accumulator, and here's the servo I'm talking about. So I've got the rest of the recipe, and there you saw that, but I need to make the servo first. So that's this here. Let's go ahead and make that. Here, servo, and got it. And now we throw that in here, and the servo will go right down there. And this is the recipe for the aqueous accumulator. Bucket, 2 glass, machine frame, 210, and a servo. So we'll pull all that in, create it here, and done. So let's go place that and make sure that it is going to start filling up like I expect it to. And what we have is we have 2 water source blocks, actually 3 down here right now, but I'm going to place it in this one. And there's got to be a water source block on each side, and 2 is the minimum you need and the maximum you need, I believe, in order for this to work. If you have any more than 2, it doesn't speed it up. So I'm going to place this down here, and we'll see if that starts bringing in water. Looks like it is. So it's putting it into the pipe, and hopefully sending it up into the grinder. So let's check that out. Yeah, looks like our water level's filling up. So that's perfect. Okay, so now we need to go ahead and create the rest of the multi-block structure. I need some standard casings for that. There's 9 on the bottom and 9 on the top, so there's going to be 9 standards up here, then a row of reinforced casings, the same things we used for the furnace, and then another row of 9 standard. So let's go over here, and I've got the standard casing stuff here, so let's pull that in, and I will make all the standard casings we need. So let's look up standard. So there's our standard machine casing. I've got a few of those coming. Got 5 of those, which gives us 20. And we'll go ahead and lay down the first layer. So our first layer is going to go right here with standard casings. And then we need to make the advanced casings, or reinforced casings, which I already have done. Should be here. It's reinforced casings, and then we're going to have to do water in the middle. Sort of like we did with the lava on the other one, but there's only 1 layer. And then the other thing you've got to be careful of is this grinder has to be in line with the middle layer, not with the bottom like on the furnace. So let's make our little square here, leave the center open, take our water, put it in the middle, and then take our standard casings and cap it off. And that should make it work. So let's see what we got. Looks like the casing's complete. We've got water in there, we've got power, and the water's going to keep coming. So the other thing I want to do is make that look pretty. Just a sec. We'll go down there. I've got my slabs here. Fill that back in now that we've filled it up. And there we go. So now we should be getting an infinite supply of water from that, and should be pumping it into the grinder like that. So that looks clean and should work for our purposes. So got our grinder set up. One quick thing I wanted to do also is I wanted to set up a electric tree tap, because I'm getting tired of creating my own tree taps. So let's grab that real quick. That's a pretty easy recipe. 3 steel plates, which we've done before, and a circuit and a battery. And I think if I have this battery full, it might let me auto-create. If not, at least it should fill the tool up. So let's try to do that. So electric, or let's just do tree tap. Tree tap, and let's see if it lets me do that. Nope. So battery up top, circuit in the middle, and then our tree tap shape. Basically makes a tree tap shape, but we've got a circuit and a battery and steel plates. Okay, so let's make that. Got a full tree tap, and I wanted to do that so I could go ahead and get these and not have to keep repairing the tool. So let's go ahead and do that real quick. Get the resin. Very nice. Alright, got resin, and we're going to put that in the extractor. Okay, so we got our grinder set up, we got ourselves a new tool, and one other thing I wanted to do in this section was show off the decorating I've done so far. And what I've done is I've gotten a jungle tree in here, and I dug this as deep as it needed to be for the 4-block jungle tree to spawn the highest version of it that it could. So what that is something like 42 blocks high. I'm not real sure the number, but I know there's a range, and I made sure that this was about 4 blocks above it, and I kept growing them until one grew that was tall enough, because they can range between like 24 blocks and 40 blocks tall. So I got one of the highest ones, and then what I did was I cut one corner of it off and made it 3 by 3 and hollowed out the center. So like I had the 4-block here, so sounds like I got slime problem. Alright, let's kill him off. Another one. I've got a lot of slime coming in, so apparently I've got a slime chunk here. Okay, and see, so it's hollow, and if you look up you can see you can climb all the way to the top if you want. If you don't have a jetpack, then you can climb up, you can get out in a few places, and ultimately I'm going to make these into bridges, and I'm going to be digging caves into the side of the wall here and putting stuff like animal farms and all sorts of things in them. So that's to come, but what I want to do this time is I want to go ahead and open a Twilight portal, because basically what I want to do to light this is I want to get a bunch of fireflies. I was reading about them, and they put out quite a bit of light, and they fit the theme pretty well. So I'm going to go gather a bunch of those from the Twilight Forest, but I need to open a portal for that. So let me go up and I forgot my diamond to open it up with. We'll go grab one of those, and the gems, right there. And it takes 1 diamond to open up a portal, and then what I'm going to do is strip down completely, because I've heard that you have to be pretty careful going through here. So the long fall boots come in very handy for that. So let's go ahead and take everything off and just throw it in here for now. And I will just make sure that all I have is the diamond and nothing else to lose. I know that I'm low on experience because I just enchanted, which I still haven't gotten a whole lot useful from. I'm going for Soul Stealer, and I'm going for Silk Touch for the drill. So, all right. So let's get him out of the way. Okay. So let's toss this in here. What you got to do is you have to set up a square of plants of any type. Mushrooms work, flowers work. I think tall grass works. Around on top of a square of dirt blocks or grass blocks, and then 4 water. And if you dump a diamond into that, it should create a Twilight portal. So let's try it. There we go. Oh, look at that. It worked. Whoa. Oh, boy, that hurt. Okay, let me get some food. I might need that. So let's just take a little food with us, just in case. Alright, I'm going to heal up real quick. And I'll show off a little more here. So what I want to do is, I was trying this pumpkin look for lighting. I just didn't like how it was turning out. So I'm going to get rid of that, and I'm going to make it all fireflies, I think. And this area in here is basically going to be like a manual tree farm for now. I'm just going to use it for trees, put my portal in here, and ultimately I'll have some caves going off of here. But one of the goals I've had is I'm trying very hard to make this cliff look natural. And I built this thing of grass going up, and I'm trying to make a rough-looking cliff coming down from it, so it looks like it really belongs there. And all these sheer walls are ultimately going to go away. But my wife and I actually worked together on digging all this out, and brought it down to this level, and now I'm starting to fill it in and making it look more natural. So it's a work in progress, but I think it's coming along nicely. It's starting to look pretty cool. And ultimately, like I said, I'll have my both vegetable farms and animal farms in here. So, okay, well now I'm full. We're going to jump through here and see where it takes us, hopefully not right into a boss's mouth. And we're going to check this place out. So let's go in and see what happens. Kind of nervous. I know that most of this is supposed to be pretty peaceful, but I do kind of worry about spawning in a place I shouldn't be. Because I have no tools or anything right now, but it's just to check it out. And here we are. So, alright, well, it looks like at least we're safe. And there's no major anything that's going to eat us. So let's just run back in real quick and get our armor, get our weapons, at least out of the thing, and we'll start collecting some stuff. So let's grab our armor out of here, drill, chainsaw, and maybe a Nexus book so I can get back if I need to, and that should be good. Let's get the rest of our food. Alright, suit up. Oh, I need to take that night vision off of it again. I don't usually leave that on. I only usually leave it on when I'm swimming. Alright, so let's go back through, now that we know that it's relatively safe on the other side. And we're going to do a little looking around. See what we got in here. So, alright. Whoa, there we go. Okay. A little overzealous with that. Okay. So here's our portal. And I don't want to go too far and get lost, but... oh, look. First firefly. Let's get him. Okay. There you are. Cool. Alright. So let's go and take a look around here, just see what the major features are. Let me go ahead and waypoint this. I never can remember the right key for that. There. Hey, look at that. First time. Portal. Let's say Twilight. Twilight portal. Just so I can see it. Alright, good. So now I know how to get back. What I want to do is, I'm going to ultimately find a place here where I can make a little portal room similar to our Nexus. And I'll make it to link to all my areas, and then probably link our Nexus that I showed you earlier to here, so everybody can get to all my spots. So, look at all the fireflies. This should be relatively easy. Let me turn hover mode on. Oh, I'm going to nail that thing. I'm going to nail that tree if I'm not careful. Alright, let's get up here. Come on. There we go. Okay, so I guess I could go ahead. I can actually gather these off the air. So let's do a little looking around, see what we got around us here. See if there's anything that's going to really do me in. Keep the portal in sight. I heard something. This place is so different. Those trees are cool. Wow. There's some neat trees and stuff here. What is this? A bird? Hello. Just here to make... Oh, I got an achievement. Hunting birds. Alright. That's easy. Rabbits? Oh, man, this is pretty neat. I've never seen all these. That's pretty cool. Alright, well, looks like I got a lot of looking around to do. I'm not sure that we should record all that, but... Oh, what's down here? I could do this all day. Oh, like these little roots? What are those? What are those? Pick them up. Root strands. Alright, well, all kinds of new stuff to look at here. I'll do some looking around, probably get my portal room together. Oh, what are these? Oh, crap. Interesting. All I know is they were coming towards me and they didn't look friendly. Alright, I better do a little more careful looking here. What I'll do is I will go ahead and build my little portal room I talked about. And gather some fireflies, and then I will come back to you guys when I get a little more of my bearings here. I've heard there are boss fights in this and all sorts of stuff, so we'll get back into that here in a little bit. But for now, I will call this section done, and we'll see you guys in a little bit, probably with an update on construction and decorating, now that I've got my fireflies, or access to fireflies. And once I figure out a little more about this Twilight place, we'll come back and resume. So we will see you soon. Okay, we are back, and I've got sort of a sad update this time. I think everybody's aware, but the Ultimate Mod Pack is being discontinued, so there will be no more support for it going forward. And as such, we will probably be upgrading to Unleashed, which is going to be
one of the newer ones that's going to continue to be supported and will at least go to the next version of Minecraft. So, unfortunately, that means that this world is going to go away. And it's sort of a sad news for me because I was getting into just how things were going and how well things were getting started here, and I wanted to continue on with this, but I guess it's not to be. But I'm going to show you one last time everything that I've done, and we will go from there first of all. First of all, I want to show you how the fireflies turned out. They are providing really nice light in here, and plenty of light, and they give a nice effect. I really like how it turned out compared to the pumpkins. So as you can see, we got plenty of them in there, sort of all over the place, and I was in the process of spreading them all out. When I went to work and got the news, because I work with a lot of the guys I play with, and that we're going to be resetting the server. So what I'm going to do with that is I am going to take the approach that if it's something you've seen before, I'm not going to make you watch it again. So I will get established, and anything interesting I will record, but if it's a recipe you've already seen, or items you've already done, or something like that, I won't go through it again. We'll just assume that you guys know how to do that, and you always have the option of looking back to see those. And, of course, anything new we'll record, and we'll keep going with this season, even though we'll be doing a different map. So, I'm not real sure how I'm going to proceed with that. We'll have to see where I get settled. I've got a few ideas, but I'm not sure which way we're going to go yet, so I don't want to say too much. And one other thing I wanted to show you was I wanted to show you the Twilight Junction that I finished before we call this done, and then we'll have a little going away party here before we call this episode complete. So let's go to Twilight Junction. We'll see how this loads. See if we can get it to load up. And this is my little house inside the Twilight Junction. I used, I think it was marble. So I used marble, made marble bricks, and then I put them all in here, and I've got this nice central location where I can sort of go everywhere from, and it links back to the nether pump, which I don't know that I had this done. I don't think I did, so let's go back there and look real quick in the nether. Got our nether pump house here, which this was not created last time. We just had this part down here, which is still here and still loaded. And then we got the undersea, and we've got Twilight Junction from here. So got a nice little setup. I was just getting to the point where I could get back and forth real easy, and then we kind of yank it out from under us. But that is all right. We're going to start over. We're going to make some good things happen in the new world. And here is the old mining outpost that we recognize so well. So what we're going to do is I will probably set up a nice going away party type thing. I'm going to work on that a little bit, and then I'll be back shortly to sort of wrap this world up, and we will call it there. So we'll be back in a bit. Okay, here we are for our last hurrah. And I cheated in a few items because, well, we all recognize these. But I figure what better way to end this world than leave nice 3 large sucking holes right where I did most of my work, because, what the heck, you know, it's going away. So I cheated in a few nukes because I didn't want to spend a whole lot of time working on something that was just going to go away. And cheated in some wire here, and we are just going to set these things off. I think these ought to work. And going to blow this place sky high. All 3 of these should go at once. There's another one down here. So this will probably crash the server, but if it doesn't, great. We'll see what happens. And we'll hope for the best. So here we go. It was nice living here for the short time we did. So 3, 2, 1, go. Here we go. Hang on for a server crash. Let it go up. See if I can get out of here. Oh man, let me through. There they go. Let's see what happens. Waiting to lag out. Oh boy. Here it comes. Here it comes. Oh man, there's nothing left. Oh, did that make it? Oh, there's no way. Did that actually blow up? this probably hasn't loaded yet. Alright. Well, it actually survived it. Let's look for that. I can't even see. That'd be nice to have that night vision. Oh man, there is nothing left. Look at that. Alright. Yep, well, that's all there is to that. It's been a good run, and what I'll do is I will pick up where we left off, and we will continue on, and just, like I said, we'll keep recording things that are interesting, but I'm not going to re-record the things you just saw. So, that's going to be our goal. We're going to... Wait a minute, are those lit? Oh, those are the inverted ones. I was going to say, I was like, how did they survive? But anyways, so, looks like there's not a whole lot left, just a few lines, and I would say we could probably survive a few more, but, well, with that being said, we're going to call this one here, and we will see you guys. Did our power armor table survive? Oh, look at that, that's awesome. There must be some blast resistance there. Alright, so anyways, we'll call it done here. Enjoyed this world while it lasted, but we will be starting up a new world with Unleashed, and quite a few differences in that mod pack. We don't have Greg Tech, and quite a few different mods. I can't even tell you the differences, but like I said, any repeat stuff we won't be recording, but anything new and interesting we'll be bringing to you next week. So stay tuned for episode 8.